The following program is a work of fiction intended to educate and astonish the YouTube community. It has been carefully edited to conform to all YouTube guidelines, and any resemblance to any real contests, prizes, phone contacts, websites, or historical figures is purely coincidental.
Previously on Seattle Rock Today.
Jackson Parker. Jackson Parker. You are relaxing. You are growing peaceful. You are listening to the Swami, and you will do everything the Swami commands. From now on, you will no longer be a stuttering schlemiel, an immature imbecile, a totally useless piece of dog doo-doo.
Welcome back, apostrophes. Welcome back, you Beelzebubers. First, I want to thank you for voting, bringing in all those hundreds of thousands of votes for our discovery. I'm Carlos now, the hottest video series, on YouTube. That's right, it's the hottest, and it's growing all the time. My Haradans, my Yardbirds. I gotta tell you a story. Something that happened to me that if you're really, really lucky, it could happen to you too. So there I was at one of these little bistros, downtown, near, about a half a mile from Pike's Market. And I noticed this lady, and I go, Jackson Parker, where have you seen that lady before? And I go, I'm sitting there, and I could hardly eat my pasta norma. I was going, whoa. I had this deja vu, like I've been with her before, and then it came to me, I go, yes. That's Susie Conrad. Susie Conrad and I did so much together in high school, I couldn't believe it. We were on the debate team together. We got fifth in state. We were on the math team together, and we went to the Math Olympics. Came in 10th or 11th. But we were great together. And I lost track of her. And I'm Jackson, so I went over to her table and I said, hey, I think I know you. And she goes, I know you, Jackson Parker. I said, Susie, how you doing? She says, I'm not Susie anymore. I go, what do you mean you're not Susie anymore? And she says, no, I'm Cairo Sheen. And I go, the Cairo Sheen? The pop star? And then I was looking at her because she actually had a wig on, and I couldn't, she was trying to go incognito because she got so many problems in public. And I go, wow, that's crazy. So Susie Conrad became Cairo Sheen, the superstar. And she goes, you know, I'm not doing anything, Jackson. You want to maybe come up for a drink or something? And so I think my fans, you know, Jackson, you know, I can never turn down a good thing. So, you know, we're still having about, I'm just so excited. I'm just saying that romance can happen to you too. Don't give up. Don't give up. It could flash back to you from high school. It could be on the bus. It could be at a restaurant. You never know. You gotta have your heart open. You gotta have your heart open. And guess what? Cairo's gonna be on Seattle Rock today. Today. She's gonna come with her band, Unison Velvetone. It's gonna be fantastic. I just can't. I mean, I saw her last night, but I'd love to see her today too. So, hey, Gare, how you doing? Did you get an appointment to see Ken Griffey Jr.?
Oh yeah, Mr. Parker. I'm not really worried about that. I suppose he usually stays over when he does these signings down at the Starbucks.
Yeah.
Even though he gets all amped up on caffeine, he'll stick around for the kids and so forth. So as long as I get down there by 3:45, 3:50, I should.
Okay. Ken. Oh man, I love the way. He is a great center fielder. Oh, he covers so much ground. He covered and that smile. To catch a ball with a smile, that takes a little bit of, well, it runs in the family, I understand, but we have a great show for you today. Thanks for all of your votes. We've got some incredible clips. What's the name of the first clip there, Gare?
Well, Mr. Parker, before I give you a name of that, I've been trying to get in touch with Susie, and she's not here yet. She's on the way though.
Oh, okay.
I don't think she's got cold feet.
No. I have to learn to say Cairo, but no, Susie is absolutely reliable. And she's going to blow our audience away. She's going to blow you away. She's so beautiful.
She's not the best driver though. But anyway, Mr. Parker.
Yeah.
We got the tonight. We're talking about the viewers. Your Subotniks, they voted in the 7th episode of the 3rd season, which is called What They Need.
What they need, right? Those savants, they know. They are boosting. It was already #1, but now it has distanced itself from all the other TV series by a factor of 10, just by our viewers. I thank you again, my Haradans, my Beelzebubers. My Mountbacks, thank you so much. You're making my life tremendous. So what's the name of the first clip there, Gare?
This one is, I saw this and got a chuckle out of it, Mr. Parker. This is, it's a limousine ride between the chauffeur and Frank Glendover and Hardy.
Okay. Well, that Hardy, man, he is a tough character to figure out. I can tell you that. So, is it queued up? Are we ready to go?
We got it, Mr. Parker. You can roll it.
Okay, let's roll it. Limo ride, all for you. Roll it. To it, Raul. It's hard to get used to it.
That's all right, Frank. We're going to go on a nice little trip today.
Okay, here we go. I'm ready. Here we go.
So, Mr. Hardy, it's only maybe about 15 more minutes and we'll be there. Yes, sir. Told you I'd get there fast. I told you. I wouldn't lie to you.
I'm not too keen on these secret locations. But it's all for Hardy, really. What's it, now that you've made it big time in Hollywood, what was the last film that worked out for you? Did you do Everywhere Wood?
Can we kind of lighten up on the small talk, please?
Sure. Do you have any big talk?
I want to get to the point here.
Okay.
What is this job you want me to do?
You'll find out.
My associates told me I should play ball with you for some reason. I'm still curious as to why that is. Unless you're a little more forthcoming, I could get off at the next gas station.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying.
You want a Shell or a Chevron?
Very good.
I don't know. Where'd this guy come from?
I didn't come here to be abused.
Well, that's the trouble.
And you're wondering where does he usually go?
You get these old friends, you send them on a dope deal to New York, and then years later,
I heard about that, though.
they become bigwigs and they start acting like bigwigs. I don't know.
Mr. Hardy's not a regular bigwig there, Frank. He put me to work when I needed help. I was unemployed, and Mr. Hardy gave me the limousine job.
I try to be kind to your friends, and this is what happens. I get disrespected. I get treated like shit.
That's what makes you stronger, Artie.
What, you're lecturing me? Who the hell are you? Some little pissant off the street who's going to tell me, Jack Hardy?
Jack? Where did Jack come from?
I don't know. What's my first name?
You don't have a first name. You're Hardy.
I'm Hardy. Yeah, you know, Mace gave me my start in Hollywood. I did my first projects with him. He's a Grammy winner, a genius videographer, always that close to the big time. But he was heavily involved in drugs and speed in particular. And
so he's up all night.
Yeah, he was always up. I never saw him sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always pulling him out of hotels and motels where
and
he was
his
always...
father was a gangster that got murdered in Chicago.
That's totally true, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had the street all over him. He was like a rat, actually, in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
And but you know, brilliant. He could create videos in like a minute that would blow your mind on a handheld. And so we were putting together a combination of a production company and a technology incubator. And it would have been a multi-billion-dollar. The projected revenues were in the billions after about 3 years, because we had such great technology, which is cutting edge. And so I had a lot of meetings with him, and with people off the street. There's so many homeless Grammy winners, Oscar winners, directors, because they didn't get equity in the studio system. Right now, everything is changing because the indie industry is booming, but they don't know what they're doing, and they don't have solidarity because the old studio system, if you didn't do what the studio executives wanted you to do, you'd lose millions of dollars and you'd be fired and you'd be history and you might even be killed. Nowadays, these kids, these snot-nosed kids, they're running by the seat of their pants, and a lot of them are very talented, but not as talented as they think they are. The way to make millions, you want to know how to make millions in this industry, Frank?
No.
Well, you're probably doing a good job then.
But
I think your goals are very achievable.
I'm interested in how you did it.
I can tell you some of the stuff.
Okay.
You know, by the way, is this recording? Are we on tape?
Yes.
I'll need approval of this before I allow it to appear.
No, we'll just stretch it.
Okay. At any rate, I like you. You know, we go way back. How many bodies did we bury together? How many blondes did we fight over?
Well, I do remember that scene outside the liquor store.
In Idaho? With the 3 strippers?
somehow you're able to get that particular.
Yeah, that's an episode I know you're trying to forget.
I don't know what's happened to you, Hardy. I mean, you know.
I
Back in the day,
I
you
copped out. What's there to know?
Yeah, well, that's.
I remember that
At
story
least-
Frank told me about the pipe in Strawberry Creek. I mean, my goodness. What
Yeah,
a-
he
What's
lived.
What's that
What a
chauffeur?
street survivor. What
Yeah.
a survivor, Mr. Hardy.
That's
You're a
when you were
true
living in the
survivor.
drain pipe in Strawberry Creek on the campus of UC Berkeley.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to live now.
You've conveniently
It was
forgotten
very
that.
comfy and the rent was very low.
Right, and as long as the water was low.
So were my companions.
Right. Yeah, I put a. Actually, I attached a poem to that pipe with duct tape. Many years later to commemorate your, I don't know what you call it, passage. It's kind of like the loss of innocence, I suppose. Now look at you. You're completely corrupt
and loving it.
Oh, boy.
Beelzebubers. Wasn't that a great clip? Now, that actor that played Hardy, do you recognize him? He is such a talent. I think he might have played a different character in a different episode, but I'm not sure. But wow, I mean, you know what, that clip reminds me of On the Waterfront. How about you? Why don't you, like in the comments on below, if you could just, tell us what film that reminds you of. The black and white, I mean, it's gritty. It's gritty. There was a couple of lines in there that are just outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. And thanks for voting, by the way. Thanks for voting. I'm glad everybody got a chance to see it now, all the fans. Hey, you yardbirds. Susie's coming. I can feel it. She's going to be here in studio. What's the latest there, Gare?
Susan? Hey, so, okay. So, all right. So, do you see the space, you see the space needle, right? All right, okay. Which window, which window do you see it out of? The passenger side? Oh, you're going the wrong way. No, you're going out of town. You want to turn around? Okay, when you can.
She never was much of a driver. What's going on?
Mr. Parker, she seems to be lost. She kind of went the wrong way, and she's going out of town instead of into town.
What happened to her driver? She's a superstar. She's driving her own car?
Well, because she was up pretty late last night, apparently.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know anything about that.
No, that's not, Mr. Parker. That's not.
Oh, I'm telling you, don't give up. Don't give up, my yardbirds. It can still happen to you anytime, any day. Right now it can happen. Just turn off Seattle Rock Today and go out. Make that phone call. Send that email.
If they go out, Mr. Parker, they won't be watching us anymore, and we'll lose ratings.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, our Seattle Rock Today. We don't need viewership. We got plenty of. We are the prophets of society. We lead people into their happiness. We show them everything that is good about life and good about society. All the hot music, all the hot videos. Woo! I mean, we are doing a public service, Gary, you and me. We're doing a public service. And you know what? Fuck Mick and Maury. If they don't know what we're doing, then maybe it's better. But I mean, they're all they care. I mean, we got the numbers, so let us do our thing. That's what I'll say. Let us do our thing. So, she's lost though.
Yeah, I don't know what we should do here, Mr. Parker. I mean,
well, why don't you come on out here there, Gary? Say hi to the folks.
Well, yeah, I guess so. It seems like this is a weekly thing nowadays, but okay.
I mean, we have this famous back scene, I mean.
Your chair over there, Mr. Parker, a little bit.
Oh, okay. There we go.
So we can sit here and comfortably, and
Did you ever get? You were thinking about getting a different hoodie. Did you ever get that? What was it? A Melvin's hoodie? What kind of hoodie was it? I forget.
It was actually a Unison Velvetone hoodie
Oh,
for Cairo.
Oh, I hope she doesn't. I hope she
Before
can make it.
Before I found out that she's actually Susie, it kind of blew a hole in my parachute a little bit, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, all these superstars. I mean, they didn't. You know. Well, you know, you don't even want to know most of the names of the stars. You know, Doris Day. Come on. You know.
Right.
Lady Gaga. I mean.
Oh,
You
yeah,
all right?
yeah.
You all
Well,
right?
yeah, I was thinking about you. You mentioned about the that guy in the limousine doing that.
You mean Hardy? Yeah, Hardy.
Yeah. He you know, it's I don't know about his look, but his voice, you can't get past. A little bit like the guy who tried to.
I know who you're thinking of.
The
You
guy.
mean
Yeah, the
Swami Astrananda. That guy.
Yeah. Swami Ashwananda. But
Wow.
yeah. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's not. It's impossible. You can't. I mean, the voice is just similar. You can't have. I mean, those. No actor could be that good. To be Hardy and. Oh no, it's not possible. But he could have a twin or something. Maybe it's the school he went to. There's probably an acting school where everybody acts like a thug or something like that. You know, like in New York. You know, Paul Newman. You know, all of those guys.
Yeah. Oh, so were we going to keep doing clips until she shows up? Mr.
Okay, yeah. What's the next clip?
Well, the next one, this is where we finally find out that something happened to Kevin Hamilton, and I don't want to.
Oh no, I don't want to show that one.
Yeah, but the
Garrett, no, I don't want to scare Garrett. I don't want to. I don't want to just.
This is how many.
No. I know it's great. I know it's great.
That many viewers. Mr. Parker.
123,000 wanted that one.
Yeah. It's sad.
Oh, it's so sad. Oh, it's like, and just seeing it makes me feel.
The episode's called "What They Need," and shouldn't we just give the viewers?
But we're trying to keep them happy. Everything is happy.
Well, Cairo comes in, it'll get happy again. I strongly believe.
Okay, well, I don't want to let all you voters out there, thank you for sending, and this is going to be this is going to be sad, I have to say. So, just be ready, and we'll be here to dry your tears afterwards or something. I don't know what to say. We gotta. I mean, our fans want it, so let's roll it. Let's roll it, Garrett. Go ahead.
It's called Catharsis.
Catharsis, yeah, of course.
Here we go.
Here we go. Roll it.
Can't anybody see? We've got a war to fight. Never find our way, regardless of what they say. How can it feel this long? From this moment, how can it
Whoa. Welcome back, Axiomatics. Boy. I mean, oh.
You okay, Mr. Parker?
Oh, I think I'll be okay.
It's devastating.
Well, it just reminded me of what a loss Kevin was. I mean, that band was incredible, and I mean, he just kept the energy going. He really, he was an incredible bassist. I mean, he was a virtuoso bassist, no question about it.
He transformed the band, I believe, Mr. Parker. They were just a two-piece in season 1, and then they found this guy, and they were their next Nirvana, like overnight. It seemed unbelievable.
But he monkeyed around a little too much, and drugs, no. So if there's a lesson out there, there's a lesson. I mean, we talked earlier about the joy of spontaneous combustion in your life and finding something out of the past or out of the present that it can just zap you right here. But you can make mistakes too, and I think that's another reason why I'm Carlos Now is so great, is that it's not just comedy, it's not just realism, but it really digs deep into the passion of loss. I mean, this was like it wasn't just Kevin. I mean, it's like every time you lose something that's really important, it can be a family member, a lover, it can be anything, but we carry on. We carry on, we grieve, we carry on, we get back on the sunny side of the street.
You know,
I
I was concerned that, Styx Rudiment was, the man in black.
No, he carried on. He didn't give up his sticks.
No, they went back to a two-piece and, picked up his drumsticks and his Ludwigs and kept on going.
Right. Well, I'm just, I'm kind of stunned right here. I don't know what to say. I hope all you folks out there.
Well, we do got some good stuff still on the show tonight. I mean, I think she turned around. I hope she did.
Well, yeah. Let's hope she can.
And the viewers, Mr. Parker, they still dig this episode a whole lot. And they like this kid. Who talks about the pipe that Hardy was living in.
Okay.
You remember that?
That's an early piece, isn't it? I mean, that's like toward the beginning or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what they said. I think that. So what they do, Mr. Parker, is the guy writes a poem, and some of these poems are in here with everything else that goes on. It's like red herrings and craziness and so forth. I think that was one of the early poems, Mr. Parker. The pipe.
I see. I see. Well, there it is. There it is, right in front of us. It's poetry that pulls us out of tragedy. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
You found it, Gare. You found it. Let's roll it. Folks, into the poem, get back on the good side.
Yeah, this is a pipe feeding Strawberry Creek, Mr. Parker.
Roll it.
With the serpentine logic of stubborn intellect, Hardy sticks to his plan, shacking up with women until he feels the evil eye. This time he's busted for taking the last yogurt in the fridge, back at the student union with his little book, hoping for a lap between the lines when he realizes he's hit the gap. Sometimes the salt runs 8 or 9 moves deep. The center of the board is a black hole. So he hikes up north side, hoping something warm will present itself, a giant burger. But
But it's a bad night in cardboard, rousted twice from suitable stoops. Sleepily evading the maniacs of the night, he finds a redwood plank in a dumpster behind GTU that fits perfectly in a pipe feeding Strawberry Creek. Rejoicing in his privacy, he smokes some shad and relaxes into dusty dreams, flowing with the academic drain water. After a day's foraging, a foam cushion, some silvered industrial insulation, and King Lear to read by flashlight, Hardy's confidence returns. He feels aphorisms growing in his fingernails and starts thinking romantically again. At the Bear's Lair one bright Berkeley morning, he meets Tina stealing a Danish and hits the jackpot. She's a chess groupie at Hardcastle's. She's got a baggie of Panama Red. In a rakish swoon lasting 2 weeks, Hardy gets his stuff from the pipe and moves in. They're getting it on 7, 8 times a day. When the grass is gone, she asks for a Jackson and it's over. He's walking around the Carillion Tower, calling, "Tina, Tina!" Her creative play with the Sicilian defense, her counterattacking thighs. Then he resigns and wanders over to Strawberry Creek to check out his old sanctuary. The opening cemented in, defended by a neon orange steel grate and covered with fat purple graffiti worms. As Hardy contemplates the sacrifice of shaving, 3 words catch his eye. A twist of history, a literary memorial. Hardy was here.
Hey, you know, Gare, I was just thinking, boy, that kid did a good job reading that poem, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean,
And just dropping papers and papers all flying around all over.
but the thing is that the poem was before Hardy made it big. I mean, he was sleeping in a drain pipe on the campus of UC Berkeley because he couldn't find, it's an interesting choice. He put a plank inside the pipe so he'd be safe.
The water runs
The
underneath.
water running underneath him.
Yeah. Nobody knows he's there.
Smart. Maybe that's survival.
Survival 101, folks.
That's it. Survival 101. No matter how tough it gets, survive.
Survive.
You got to find your own drain pipe if necessary, but do what it takes to survive. Hey, is that Susie?
Oh, I think it's Susie.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to get on the phone to find out what's going on.
Okay. Well, I'll hold down the fort here for a second. Big Daddy. I want to thank you for all your votes coming in, fans.
Susie? Where you at now? We have the off ramp. The club? No, the club actually southeast. Susie? I can't hear. You get away from the band, I can't hear. The off who? L7. What are you doing with that? Hold on. Hang on. Oh.
Susie. Susie. What's happening?
Some bouncer took the phone out of her hand. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know, Mr. Parker. We can't, even when we like a guest coming on the show, we can't seem to get the guest on the show. I don't know.
I'll straighten it out. I'll get her on next week. I don't know what happened. But we were supposed to meet up for a drink, after the show. So, it'll, I'm sure she's upset about it, but...
Well, we got her video. Should we just run it without her, think? Or we think she'd mind? I don't want to piss off your little thing you got going with her.
Well...
Of course, she'll get some airplay.
How much time do we have? We were running out of time, aren't we?
Well, we had a big section with her lined up, and now we got filler, so we may as well.
Go. Let's roll it. So this is, what's the name of the band? Unison Velvetone. Unison Velvetone. The title of the track is Ghost Girl in the Desert. Let's roll it.
Roll it.
Here we go. Hey, Gare, what happened? It's not a full clip? Where's her vocal? I mean, it's okay. It was getting ready. I mean, it was getting a groove, but I mean, there's no. What happened to Susan? I mean, what happened to Cairo?
Mr. Parker, I think the record company might have just sent us a trailer and not the actual video. Apparently.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
No, it's just a teaser. They call them teasers.
Well, it's been kind of a little bit of a strange show today, fans.
Yeah, we need more filler.
We didn't get. Cairo didn't. She got stuck in traffic or got lost.
She loves you too, Mr. Parker. She loves the show. She likes being.
I know. I hope she shows up tonight. I mean, I don't know. Life is strange. My Beelzebubers, my ABC Damians. Life is very, very strange, and this is just another. I mean, the strangeness. I mean. We can't cut it out. We're not going to cut it. It's all Seattle Rock Today is live. It's like life. It's like
we got to assume there's more video that's like
there
that
must
out
be,
there.
Well, what it does remind me of is that old Wet Spots piece.
My
dead girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do we have that somewhere in an archive?
Eileen, can you switch back to the Wet Spots cartridge, please? It's like the last tune, I think. The last tune.
I don't know why. It just kind of reminded me. It's like,
okay,
that's so weird to just get a video that's like cut off. Not even a vocal. She doesn't show for the show. She doesn't show for her own, her own clip.
Are you sure everything went okay?
Well, I'm thinking like, did I actually even meet her? Did this thing even happen? Things are getting pretty strange.
She's almost your dead girlfriend after all.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like, God, it seems like it's been a week, but I mean, my goodness,
Well, regardless of what happened to her, I'm pretty sure no one dug a hole in the yard and threw some dirt and grass.
Right? No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure she's fine. Let's Well, okay. I always happy to see the Wet Spots. I mean, that was one of our greatest discoveries ever. Seattle Rock Today, KRAG 93.93. Woo! Well,
my dead girlfriend.
Oh,
You were on the base show.
Well, Spelunkers,
You were,
it's been a great show. That
So
was the
where are
wet
you now?
spots
Where
with
are you
my,
now?
my dead girlfriend. And good news, Cairo is at least talking to Mr.
So
Parker.
you're at a plaid pantry right now?
Yeah,
You're
trying to get
at
on the
Plaid
show.
Pantry?
Hey, Mick and Maury,
What are you doing?
love you guys. You keep voting us up. We're the top radio and TV
Don't get a
show
hot
in the
dog.
Seattle
Don't
market
get a
right
hot
now.
dog. Come on. Don't get a hot
And
dog.
we just look
No,
forward
they're
to
like-
hearing you voting in
They're
more
like weeks old.
episodes for
and-
future broadcasts.
No.
And
Don't get a strawberry
thanks for
tart
tuning
either.
in, my Spelunkers,
Get a yogurt.
his
If you're gonna
Spelunkers.
get anything,
And
get-
that's going to be a wrap for tonight's show. Mr. Parker, can you say goodbye to the...
What? What? What do you mean you can't make it?
Bye, everybody.
What?
KRAG.
No, come on.
93, 93
Listen, I'll come
FM.
over to your place, okay? I'll come over to your place and everything will be fine. I'll just come over to your place.
Cut. That's good.
I'll cut it on the silence.